Hi, everyone. I have realized that these announcement videos, I haven't been able to do the actual video. They're not popping up. So I apologize. It's great to see you all, but I've been able to see all of you through your videos that you do in obviously our different preheats and things like that. And all of you have met on Zoom anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I apologize. Usually I do like a straight eye contact. We know how important that is based off the research you've done. All right, so we are moving into module 8, two more modules after this one. Just let that sink in for a second. All right, so we're going to start off with imagining the nebulous. By the way, so reports back on what has been going on in the class, the ideas of the communities you would like to see bridged together. I would love for you to go back and look at that discussion post. It is fantastic. There were like all of these ideas booming from that, and it makes complete sense. It gets to this point of where we're like, we could probably solve all the problems. We're just not solving all the problems. Bureaucracies. Okay, so now you're going to imagine the nebulous, specifically this idea of we have these kind of visual connections with what we hear, what we think, right? And so I have a couple ideas about the New Orleans concepts and the different images that represent this, right? And so what I'm going to have you do is I want you to think about the digital world, think about what it values, think about who is part of it, and then you're going to come up with an image for that. You do not have to create this image. You can pull it off Google. You can do whatever you want, but any image that you feel like encapsulates that. All right, because we're going to look more visually here. And this also, so some people have been asking about how does this count towards 20 hours, 40 hours of nonprofit work? So everything you do in every single module goes to a nonprofit. Because so for example, those images, we then send those to different nonprofits about like, okay, when you're thinking, and this goes into different group categories, etc. When you're thinking about your brand, what's your image going to be? Here's concepts that people have, just so you know. All right, so overview, we're going to be talking about the idea of digital citizenship. We have the very fortunate space of the internet where it has no boundaries, right? No actual literal concept of boundaries. And so what does that mean for citizenship? All right, so we're going to be looking at specifically some writers from North Korea, et cetera, and these concepts of citizenship. So media links for this week. Your perusal, we're going back into perusal this week. I loved reading your responses that you had on the emotion responses to the Trump article. This was also, it creates like a heat map of the article, which is wonderful. I found like the hottest spots and everything everyone was putting, your reactions were literally priceless. So what we're going to do is the same thing. You're going to be working with two different articles in perusal, putting your comments in, because again, I want to see kind of this heat map, see what we're thinking. And I have, sorry, that's Harper Lee. I have specifics about what you're going to be doing. Again, perusal can be found on the left-hand side right here, right? Yours is going to be different, but on that menu. Or I also linked in the assignments, so that way you can get them there. All right, so go through there, and then your knowledge check is going to be perusal. Congratulations, you're already done with your knowledge check. All right, then obviously you know announcement video because you're currently watching this announcement video, and your activity for this week. So, Harper, so that's Harper. Maybe she'll come over and make a little cameo. So your activity for this week is you're going to be making a Venn diagram about the traditional, digital, and personal citizenship. All right, I have my favorite Venn diagram of all times, bank robbers, DJs, and preachers. They have lots of crossovers, like put your hands up. Everybody says that, right? Depending on the tone, you don't know which one's going to fall into. And so you're going to be doing this with personal citizenship, digital, and traditional citizenship. Make sure you have enough information in there. I give you specifics of how to be successful. Don't just put words, because words is not going to give enough information. All right, so be specific about what you're saying. If you don't know how to make a Venn diagram in Word, which is how you're going to submit this, I have a video on how to do this, so that way you can follow those directions. All right, and again, I give your exact specific things of what you need to have for your points. You need to have a total of 7 points. Make sure that they're there. All right, and keep working on your community projects. The ones who have completed and finished those projects, you have done awesome. Everyone, make sure also support them. Like if they're doing social media, like their social media, respond to it so that way they get it with everything. And as always, let me know if you have any questions. And thank you, everybody. Keep working. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.